It's the Cox Business Game of the Week. The CIF Southern Section Ford Basketball Championships Division 4A Semifinals. The Viewpoint Patriots take on the CREAN Lutheran Saints from CREAN Lutheran High School in Irvine, California. Hello everyone, good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. Along with the coach Bill Kennedy, I'm Mark Heller. The road to the semifinals for the Patriots, 24-6. 6-4, third place in the Gold Coast League, one of the best leagues in Southern California. They are the number one seed. Victories over Milken, St. Paul, and a quarterfinal overtime victory, 61-59, to get here tonight. For CREAN Lutheran, 25-4. They are 12-0, first place in the Academy League, the number 4 seed. They beat Whittier Christian in OT, knocked off St. Bonaventure and Crossroads to get here tonight. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Standing room only, one of the more interesting gyms in Orange County, seating for about 1,000. There will be 1,000 in this gym, and they might be breaking a few fire codes.
Well, nestled up against the foothills of South Orange County is CREAN Lutheran High School. It's a beautiful place. The gym will hold 1,000. They'll shoehorn in about 1,200 tonight, Mark. It's going to be a little warm, but this is what basketball is all about.
Well, Viewpoint has been here before. A year ago, they knocked off Brentwood in the semifinals, losing in the championship game. They made it to the regional semifinals in state. This is a team that's been here before, and despite the long drive, that might give the visitors the advantage.
Well, they left Calabasas at 1 o'clock this afternoon for a 7 o'clock game. They got here in plenty of time. These two teams are very evenly matched. They've got two great shooters, and I'll tell you what, this is going to be an up-tempo, fast-paced basketball game. When you get to the CIF semifinals, you're one win away from every high school player's dream, and that's a CIF championship.
And the Saints are one game away from that as well, their best season ever. They have won 17 consecutive games in a row, Coach. They haven't lost in the calendar year of 2016.
Well, I'll tell you what, they have a very greatly balanced basketball team. They play good defense. They'll have this crowd behind them going crazy. It's going to get warm in here, and it's going to get loud. That's just the way they want it.
Let's talk about the players to watch for this ball game. First for the visiting Patriots, they are led by their senior, Christian Juzang. He averages 19.6 points per contest. He has scored as many as 42 in a game. He's taking his athletic ability and his academic mind to Harvard next year.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's a classy player. He's a great shooter. He plays both ends of the court, almost 20 points a game, and he does it in the classroom as well, as you mentioned.
And on the flip side, for the Saints, they are led by their 6'6 junior, Michael Bagatorian. Outstanding numbers as well, almost a walking double-double. They're going to try and pound it down low to him inside and try and get some of the Patriots starters in early foul trouble.
Well, Michael's a complete player. You can see almost 20 points a game, almost 10 rebounds, 3.5 assists, a 71% foul shooter, and they are going to saddle him up and ride him tonight.
Well, it is the Patriots. It is the Saints. The question is, do we have a heavenly matchup on tap here tonight? The winner will be punting their ticket to next week's Division 4A Finals. You've been watching the Cox Business Game of the Week pregame show. It's the introductions of tonight's starting lineups when Coach and I return.
At Cox Business, we believe that when it comes to business, it has to be personal. Because when you're a family-owned and operated company that provides scalable solutions to over 350,000 businesses of all sizes and connects over 50 million calls every day, each backed by responsive 24/7 business class customer support, it has to be personal to keep it all moving forward.
At Cox Business, we believe in giving back to our community. Through Cox Cares, we support important local programs. Meet Haley. She's a 5th grade superstar thanks to technology from Capistrano Unified School District made possible by Cox Business. With high-speed web access, Haley's getting a head start in her math class and a head start on her future. We'd like to thank our customers for partnering with us to support our community. Together, we can make a difference.
Joining us is the executive director here at CREAN Lutheran High School, my old friend Brian Underwood. And Brian, first of all, great crowd here tonight for this game. And talk about the quick success that you guys have had here in athletics.
Mark, we've been very, very blessed at CREAN Lutheran High School, now entering our 9th academic year, and just had a tremendous success. And the growth of that really has to do with an amazing faculty and staff that love the Lord, that love kids, and are really good at what they do. And I think those things have come together really in a mighty way to allow us to grow at a record rate, the fastest starting Lutheran high school in history.
Well, the school is really growing very quickly. Beautiful campus, by the way, here in Irvine. Talk about the success of the growth that's taken place here on campus.
I think it, again, has everything to do, I think, with the people we have in place that are doing the good work every day in the classroom. I think secondarily, we've got an amazing facility. You just acknowledged that, about 30 acres that we're developing year by year. And a student body of about 800, going up to about 1,200 over the next few years.
Oh, wow. So you're going to, any plans for a larger gymnasium with that type of explosion and growth?
Absolutely, and I think tonight will be a testament to why that's going to be important. We're expecting a sellout here tonight of over 800 people. In our master plan for the school within the next 2 to 3 years is a much larger gym to be about 12 to 1,300 in capacity.
Are there any upcoming community events taking place at school that people should know about?
There are a couple of them. I think Monday night is a great opportunity for the community to come out and see us. It's Saints Extracurricular Night. It's a night for students to be able to come out with their families and experience all that CREAN Lutheran has to offer in terms of its extracurricular. Free In-N-Out burger and t-shirts for all the students.
Look into your crystal ball. Want to make any predictions for tonight's game?
I got to go with the Saints. You know, both teams are very well coached. They wouldn't be at this point if they weren't and didn't have a great deal of talent, but I have to like the home crowd advantage.
We've been talking with Brian Underwood, the executive director here at CREAN Lutheran High School. I'm Mark Eller.
At Cox Business, we believe in giving back to our community. Through Cox Cares, we support important local programs. Meet Danny, Education Director at the Boys and Girls Club. Danny's keeping kids off the street through educational programs sponsored by Cox. Encouraging boys and girls to dream, he's more than just a teacher. He's an inspiration. We'd like to thank our customers for partnering with us to support our community. Together, we can make a difference.
Good enough.
The ficus got knocked over.
I'll check the video playback.
Was it the cat?
No. Your dad threw a daytime rave.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Ask about new continuous video recording and a free indoor camera with select packages. Cox Home Life packages start at just $29.99 a month.
It's the Cox Business Game of the Week, the CIF Southern Section Ford Basketball Championships, Division 4A Semifinals. Viewpoint and CREAN Lutheran from CREAN Lutheran High in good old Irvine, California. Mark Eller, Bill Kearney, thanks for joining us here in late February. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for Viewpoint head coach J.J. Prince. They got Denloya, Juzang, Arslanian, Mox, and Kern are your starting five. J.J. Prince, head coach in his 7th year with a record of 107 and 87, and the last 2 years have been his best. Here's a good look at J.J. out of Montclair Prep. Went to Wheaton College back in Massachusetts for CREAN Lutheran, led by Josh Betty, Armin Sarosian, Evan Kittleson, Tim Gita, brother Brett Kittleson, and Michael Bagatorian are your starting five. Josh Beatty in his 3rd year, one of the outstanding young coaches here in Orange County, 63 and 21. He's off to a pretty good start.
Well, he's doing a great job. They're packing the gym, and I'm not just talking about the people from Irvine here. Same thing from the people from Calabasas. They made the trip. Marvin Brent, Lance Reed, Michael Cotton, all from the South Bay Officials Association. That's where I grew up, in the South Bay.
That's your hood, your neck of the woods.
right next to the mobile refinery.
You're taking a look at Viewpoint, the visitors. They're in their blue and red with white numerals, and CREAN Lutheran, their home white and blue with gold. This game underway, CREAN Lutheran with the basketball. Here we go, underway here at CREAN Lutheran High. Saints with the basketball, swinging it left side for Kittleson, off his hand out of bounds, and the game's first turnover.
When you look at the Viewpoint Patriots, you think you're looking at the University of Arizona Wildcats with that navy blue and red combination. And you're going to get a chance to see a special guy here in Christian Juzang.
Yep.
Harvard bound.
And they open up in the zone. Three-pointer by Juzang, no good. But they get the rebound. Cody Knox keeps it alive. Standing room only. Jumper on the way. We have our first points from Aram Aslanian. It's 2-0. The Patriots lead.
Patriots will pick up a little bit in the full court. Number 11 is Chayo Denloy. You're going to be hearing his name a lot tonight.
Yep, he's flat out one of these good players for Viewpoint. All the way from Calabasas. Long drive coming down here tonight. Bagatorian, height advantage. Nice move to the basket. And we're tied at 2.
What a great spin move. Put the defender on his shoulder, spun to the inside, got the layup.
Three ball's going to be off the mark, and it's cleared by Bagatorian. However, that's a turnover, as Kittleson did not see that one that bounces off his shoulder.
You know, no matter how long you play this game, if you're in the CIF semifinals, the nerves will be around for the first 2 minutes.
And then on top of it, these are kids who also don't usually get TV time, and here they are on the tube playing for the championship for all the marbles, something they've been working hard for since the summertime. Jumper going to be off the mark. However, the rebound and the fresh shot clock. Juzang.
Second chance points. Big
Juzang,
for the Patriots.
three is going to be off the mark. Ball knocked out of bounds. Who does it go to? And Viewpoint will keep possession. 6:18 here in the first quarter. We're tied at 2 early on.
That's 3 offensive rebounds for the Patriots, and we haven't played 2 minutes yet.
A travel. Little Bacacion, first turnover of the night for Viewpoint, and the ball will go to the home CREAN Lutheran Lancers. Winners of 17 in a row, a perfect 12-0 in the Academy League, and that means they had to beat the likes of St. Margaret's and Sage Hill during the years. Nice feed down low, layup good by Evan Kittleson. 4-2, Lancers with their first lead of the night.
Petey Carrill would have been proud, the Princeton coach. A little backdoor cut.
Yep. We're also seeing some early zone action here. Little 2-3. Let's see how they attack it. Guard-oriented team. The turnover. Here they come in transition. Gita, Sorosian, Bagdorian, bullseye!
J.J. Prince, quick timeout.
7-2, 5:37 to go. Did you see that? 3 players touch the ball without a dribble. They nail the 3, and that's the way you run the ball in transition.
I'm sure Josh Beatty's proud of that, proud of the fact that his team got a turnover, but watch this. One bounce, hit the shooter in the corner, bottom of the net. You know, one thing about this young man, Michael Bagadorian, he has shooter skills, rebound skills, and ball handling skills. Covers the gamut, just a junior.
And I apologize, it was Evan Kittleson that nailed that 3. Kittleson in one game this year scored 42 points and set an Orange County individual game record with 13 threes in the ball game. So this kid can get on a roll and can carry the team if he needs to. He is their second leading scorer at 14 points per game. Let's see what Viewpoint does coming out of the timeout. This is not a team that is used to trailing. So a little bit of a challenge early on for the Patriots. Knox. They give up top to Denloy.
See how quickly they trap that boundary side pass.
Yep. Deep jumper on the way. It's going to be off the mark. And the rebound cleared by Brett Kittleson. It gives away to Bagatorian. He wears number 20. Wants to take it to the basket. Shot no good. Rebound cleared. And here comes Juzang in transition. but good job by CREAN Lutheran getting back. Shot partially blocked. Ball knocked out of bounds, and Viewpoint will keep possession.
You know, we said we'd talk about Shio Denloy. He took that to the rack with power. Denloy is a senior. There are 4 senior captains for the Viewpoint Patriots.
Substitutions, Randy White and Michael Oparacha into the contest. Let's see if they could give a spark off the bench for the team trailing 7-2, 4.5 to go. Jumper is good by Arslani, and he's got all 4 for Viewpoint. Gita gives up top to Sorosian. Kittleson looking down low to Bagatorian. Good interior defense and the turnover. This is what Viewpoint wants to do. Layup missed, rebound partially blocked, and at the other end, layup for Bagatorian. He's got 4, Kittleson has 5, and the lead is 9-4.
I thought J.J. Prince might call his second timeout, but he's going to let this unfold. That zone is stifling right now.
3 ball on the way, off the mark, and they are having trouble hitting from trifecta land early on. The 3 the other way, just off the mark. By Sorosian, rebound good. That's going Windex right there. 11-4.
Sticking with that zone defense. They trap the ball whenever they can.
Yep. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound cleared by White in the fresh shot clock. Jumper, good. And so far, Arslanian has been their offense. He has all 6 of their points.
The 6'3", 180-pound senior is one of the 4 co-captains, and he loves that little spot in the corner. Watching him in warm-ups, he can fill it up from there.
Yep. Let's see how CREAN Lutheran attacks here. They are up by 5, 11-6, 2:50 to go. Bagatorian, double team. Jumper on the way, in and out off the attempt by Sorosian. Here they come in transition. However, nice job on defense by Tim Gita. Throws it off the Viewpoint defender. And guess what? CREAN Lutheran's going to get the basketball, and their hometown fans are loving it.
What a play by Tim Gita. I'll tell you what, that's just great second chance effort.
Yep. We should mention Gita got injured early on in the game against Whittier Christian. Did not play that whole game, and they were lucky to survive the first round. Had it by Sorosian. The look to complete the 3-point play. A little backdoor action.
I'll tell you what, they've copied the Princeton offense. It looks great. The one thing I'm so impressed with Josh Beatty's ball club from CREAN Lutheran is how crisp and accurate their passes are.
Sorosian able to make the free throw, and he's able to complete the good old-fashioned 3-point play. Thomas Scriven into the game, and he's going to give Brett Kittleson a rest for a moment or so. 14-6. CREAN Lutheran's played as close to a perfect first quarter as you can play. Also, Max Bowen to the game, number 1, a 5'5" freshman. To the basket. Juzang, shot no good. So Juzang has really struggled in that they've had trouble getting him open, and so far their leading scorer has not scored.
I'll tell you what you're going to see him do, and he's so good at it. He's a slasher. He's not going to wait for the jump shot. He's going to take it to the rack.
Both teams just with 1 team foul each with 2:07 to go here in quarter 1. Hall of Fame coach Bill Kennedy, your humble play-by-play announcer Mark Heller. Thanks for joining us here at CREAN Lutheran High here in Irvine, California. Juzang 3, off the mark, tip in, no good. Ball saved on the end line, ball to the Saints. Cody Knox back into the contest, and he's going to spell Randy White. And J.J. Prince not happy early on with his team's performance, Coach.
Well, they're having a tough time with that 2-3 zone, and that zone traps the ball at every opportunity.
That it is indeed. Let's see what they can do on this possession with the early 8-point lead.
Here's the other big advantage, is Bagatorian is not just a post player. You see him out in the backcourt handling the ball.
Take a look at those three-point numbers. Viewpoint 0 of 6. CREAN Lutheran, they're 1 of 3. Turnover is caused, and the foul committed by Evan Kittleson. And the coach is asking for an intentional foul, and he might have a point on that one, Coach.
You know, that's probably a foul that Josh Beatty wished that Kittleson had over again. Number 11 with the ball out of bounds here.
Let's take a look at replay. Good defense causing the turnover. That was Michael Oparicha. Deep jumper on the way. Bullseye, good by Arslanian. Boy, they rule it a 2. He has all 8 of their first quarter points.
And you know what shooters love to do.
Shoot.
Yeah, amen.
Yep. Well, there have been games where Arslanian has carried them offensively. So far, this is one of those games.
You know, one thing about the CREAN offense, they love to attack the basket. You don't see more than 2 or 3 passes in a set, but I tell you what they do. When they shoot confidently.
Brett Kittleson replaces his brother Evan. We've got 52 seconds to go here in the quarter.
Look at the ball
Bagadorian
movement.
along the base. Shot won't go. Viewpoint trying to save it. And good hustle right there by Arslanian. Able to throw it off Bagadorian's leg. And Viewpoint will get the basketball back with just over 43 seconds to go here in the first. Here's the replay of that hustle play. And let's see what they can do in the waning moments of this first quarter. Good job by the production crew getting that replay here.
The other thing you see with big Michael Bagadorian is a wingspan as a defender.
Jumper off the mark. Rebound by Sarosia.
I'll tell you what, another phenomenal
great hustle
play.
on defense. Shot no good. Rebound good by Oparicha, his first 2, and it's a 4-point game. Last 4 seconds of the quarter. Bagadorian 3, off the mark, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter of play from CREAN Lutheran High. We got a good one here. It's 14-10. You're watching the Cox Business Game of the Week. Second quarter action when we return.
At Cox Business, we believe in giving back to our community. Through Cox Cares, we support important local programs. Meet Douglas. Through a generous grant from Cox Cares, the South County Senior Services Meals on Wheels program has been able to help Douglas enjoy a balanced diet. And with hot meals delivered daily, Douglas can focus on the things he loves in life, like music. We'd like to thank our customers for partnering with us to support our community. Together, we can make a difference.
At Cox Business, we believe that when it comes to business, it has to be personal. Because when you're a family-owned and operated company that provides scalable solutions to over 350,000 businesses of all sizes and connects over 50 million calls every day, each backed by responsive 24/7 business class customer support, it has to be personal to keep it all moving forward.
Welcome back here on the Cox Business Game of the Week. Cox Business, call 877-823-7210. And leading edge technology, fast, reliable services, business class support. Find products and services that fit your business side and your business needs, including internet, phone, TV, and networking. Small, mid-size, or large, more than 350,000 businesses rely on Cox Business Solutions today. Just ask around to learn what sets them apart from the competition. Call 877-823-7210 or visit coxbusiness.com. Thoughts on the first quarter of play, Coach?
Aram Arslanian has been phenomenal for the Patriots.
Down low. Basket's good by Cody Knox. He gets his first 2. And, Coach, we got a 2-point game, 14-12. So this is part of a 6-0 run that has gotten the Patriots back into the contest.
Remember, they are the #1 seed in this 4A division.
Yep, CREAN Lutheran, they are number 4. Baseline jumper good by Pagatorian. He leads all Saints with 6 points. Baseline jumper in and out. And the rebound is cleared by Pagatorian. He gives left side Sarosi and back up top. How dangerous is it that your leading scorer, who's also 6'6", can dribble the basketball pretty darn well?
Well, it gives you a dimension that most of the post players don't have. And right now, they're pulling the ball out, setting a play, and Pagatorian is at the top of the key and working the high post.
Shot clock down to 3. They got to put the shot up. They do, but it won't fall for Sarosia. Here they come in transition. Viewpoint wants to push it. The pass is intercepted, however. Good job on defense by Gita. Gita gives off to Sarosian. Almost got away with a travel there, and now the turnover. Knocks to the basket.
You know, Armin Sarosian that time had to do that. That's a breakaway. It was not called in.
Now, I personally thought that was a non-shooting foul, but I think maybe because the player grabbed them, they're letting them shoot foul shots. What do you think, Coach?
I think that's exactly what happened.
So it'll be Cody Knox to the free throw line. 61% from the charity stripe, 4.7 points per game, and 4.6 rebounds. He has scored as many as 9 in a game, that coming in a 77-64 victory against Crossroads. Usually substitutions can't take place until after the first free throw, so having to wait will be Max Bowe. Knox with 2 points tonight. Makes the first of 2. He's got one more coming up. All 3 of his points have come here in quarter number 2. Matter of fact, he scored all 3 points so far for Viewpoint.
Max Bowe back in for CREAN Lutheran, and again, this 5'5" young man is only a freshman.
Knox makes a pair, and it's a 2-point game.
And they are more than content to have the ball brought up court by Michael Pagatorian.
He can handle the rock. He's also their leading scorer at over 19 points per contest. Has scored over 30 on a couple of occasions this year. Bowe off to Kittleson, to Pagatorian. Looking on the backdoor cut, couldn't find him open. Pagatorian will take it, and he'll score it.
What a great shooter's touch.
18-14. Other way. Oh, they don't go back on defense. And Oparicha scores the easy bucket. He's got 4. It's back to a 2-point contest at 18-16.
Christian Juzang, not just an offensive player. Great on the defensive end, quick hands, and on the offensive end, he can really pass the ball.
And when you think about it, they're only down by 2, and Juzang has not scored yet. And you know he's going to get his points. Pagatorian to the basket. Gita, shot no good. Tim, the 6'5" junior, will be at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Good balanced scoring on this Saint team. Tim averages 13.2 points per game, and he's a 71% free throw shooter. First one is up and no good by Tim. He's got one more coming up. He has scored as many as 24, that coming in a regular season 80-47 victory over St. Margaret's. Second one is good, and for Gita, that's his 3rd point of the night, and we've got a 19-16 game. The other way, stripped to the basketball is Oparicha, but they will keep possession. So you could tell, Coach, Viewpoint really wants to push that ball in transition whenever they can.
Well, they do, and last time CREAN picked up at 3/4 court, and the Patriots broke the press.
Yep, and the basket by Knox, scoring down low, by Oparicha. He now has half a dozen, and Coach, we got a 1-point game.
Right behind us, the cheering section from Calabasas and Viewpoint made that probably 3-hour trip on the freeway to support these kids. I love that.
Bagatorian shot is blocked by Arslanian. Here they come in transition. Arslanian, he's been their offensive guy. Shot no good. Heard that whistle, put up the shot, and he'll wisely be at the line to shoot a pair.
Remember the old Boston Celtics, the continuation play. You hear the whistle, you keep going and put it up if you have to take 6 steps.
Arslanian, as many as 30 in a game this year. That coming against Sierra Vista. He has 9 points here tonight, and he has really carried this offense in their first round playoff game. Scored 25 against Milken. He makes a pair, and he cracks double digits with 10. And guess what? The visitors are up by a point at 2019.
Arslanian's the guy that kept them in this game at the start.
It's been a 10-5 run here in the first 3.5 minutes of quarter number 2. Bagatorian wants it, and he'll make it. That's just a mismatch right there. He needs to get some help. They need to double team him when they get the ball down low.
And you can bet Crean's going to pound that. They're going to pound the rock inside to him all night.
Yep. Juzang swings right side. Arslanian to Juzang. The lefty shot is good, and he gets his first points of the night.
So smooth. I'm going to be curious to see if he does go to Harvard, where he plays. Is he the point? Is he a shooting guard?
I think he's a 2-man. Looks like a 2 to me. And if you remember, another young man who played basketball in Northern California, went on to Harvard and has played in the NBA for a while, Jeremy Lin. So there is a way to the association through the Crimson Tide. Turnover by the Saints, and the ball will go to the Patriots. We have a 30-second timeout being called by Josh Beatty.
A couple of things here about the pace of play. I thought this gym would be really hot and steamy, and the doors are open, so it's been really nice in here. I think that the pace at this point, you've got a Bagatorian who controls the ball, and then on the other side, Aram Arslanian. They've both been doing a fabulous job.
Your Cox Solutions store is the place to connect things that matter, experience and explore the latest products and services such as Contour, Gig Speed, Cox Home Life. Stop in to ask questions about your account and get one-on-one help. There are 6 Cox Solutions stores throughout Orange County, in Irvine, Lake Forest, Laguna Niguel, San Clemente, and our newest location in Rancho Santa Margarita at the Target Shopping Center next to Trader Joe's. Log on to Cox.com and click on Contact Us at the top of the homepage to search for locations. Jumper no good by Juzang, back to action. The rebound put up and in by Knox. He's got half a dozen and the lead is 3.
That's the 4th second chance point opportunity that the Patriots have had, and they've converted all of them.
It's been offensive glass, and it's been pushing the ball in transition that has led to this Patriot lead. It's 3 at 24-21.
Patriots playing that stifling man-to-man defense. Look for the cutter.
Yep. Kittleson. Evans scored, but Brett has it. 2 on the shot clock. Boom! 3 just beats the shot clock. His first 3, and we're all tied at 24.
That's exactly why you let a freshman play if he's got that kind of talent. Kept his eye on the shot clock, knew exactly how much time he had left.
Good ball movement along the baseline down low. Oparacha, he's been cleaning up down there. He's got 8, and the lead is back to 2.
J.J. Prince's guys are now seeing how to beat the trap.
Don't forget, coming up at half, it's the Cox Business Halftime Show. We'll break down all the numbers and highlights. That has been a very entertaining Division 4A semifinal game here on the CIF Southern Section Ford Basketball Championship. It'll be Bagatorian who's going to be triggering it. Gita back into the game. He replaces Brett Kittleson. Kittleson, one of the key contributors to this ball club, coach, but so far the young man who averages 10 points per game has not scored yet for the Saints tonight. Bo off to Bagatorian. He's been busy with the rock tonight. Up top.
You can see the matchup. Aram Aslanian playing man-to-man now.
Oh, bad pass there and good defense on the exterior by Christian Juzang. You know, I really like the pace CREAN had offensively in the first quarter, and it seems like in the second quarter they've kind of gotten away from that.
Back down a little bit from the pace. The passes aren't quite as crisp. You got to give the credit then to the Patriots for playing better defense.
Yep. Good ball movement, outside jumper, off the mark. Turnovers, 8 for CREAN Lutheran, 4 for Viewpoint. Open J, in and out. Offensive glass, no good. And Gita with the rebound. They give way, and here comes Gita into the attacking zone. It's a 2-point game. 3 ball, off the mark by Kittleson. Who wants that rebound? It's up for grabs. And we've got a foul down low going against Viewpoint. It's going to be just their 3rd team foul with 1:25 to go here in the first half. I mean, this is just hustle right here. That's what rebounding is all about. Great job by Sorosian to keep that ball alive.
They're going to take Randy White out and put Chayo Denloy back in.
Gita, his 3. Off the mark. Loose ball rebound. Juzang comes away with it. Bo with the personal. Not a bad foul there. Yeah. It stops their transition and only team foul number 5. So no free throws with 1:18 to go here in the first half.
When you're in the CIF semifinals, you have your athletes play every minute if you can possibly do it, and that's what you're seeing with Bagatorian and Christian Juzang.
Yep. Denloy with the basketball up top. I'm not quite sure what that, I think maybe it was a wet spot on the end of the floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good pickup, Coach.
Again, our guys, Marvin Brent, Lance Reed, Michael Cotton, 3 great officials from the South Bay Officials Association.
And Viewpoint, they play in the Gold Coast League. You take a look. I mean, Sierra Canyon 25-3, Wynwood 7-3 in league, Viewpoint at 24-6. Campbell Hall maybe only 16-13 on the year, but they're playing in the other 4A semifinal tonight.
Tells you a little bit about that league, doesn't it?
Yep, and Brentwood a year ago was playing in the semifinals against Viewpoint, a team that they play in the same league. And then Crossroads just got knocked out in the last round by CREAN Lutheran. So an outstanding league.
I think there was a guy named Baron Davis that went to Crossroads.
Yes, absolutely. Good memory. I also remember when the Holiday brothers were at Campbell Hall High. Drew and Justin. The shot down low. It's up and good by Oparicha. He's got 10 and the lead is 4 at 28-24.
And that's a great entry pass by Christian Juzang.
He to the hole. Gets stripped of the basketball. Oparicha to the hole. No good. Rebound good by Arslanian. He's got 14 and the lead is 6. And J.J. Prince now loving the intensity of his ball club.
I'll tell you what, they're doing it with defense. Defense is creating offense for them.
I'd like to see CREAN Lutheran try and pick up the pace a little bit offensively in the second half. They played a little bit of the stall ball, and I think it's come back to haunt them a little bit. Bo to the hole. Shot is up. It's no good. Rebound cleared by Oparicha. We're down to 12 seconds in transition. Arslanian thought about it wisely, doesn't shoot it. Gives up to Juzang. Juzang to the basket. Good pass. Open 3 on the way. Off the mark. Ball knocked out of bounds. And we have reached halftime. Well, Viewpoint goes on a 20-10 run. They erase a 4-point first quarter halftime deficit, Coach, and they go up at the half by the count of 30-24.
I agree with you. I think when CREAN backed the ball out a little bit and slowed it down, it worked against them. And I think the energy that Viewpoint showed on defense created that 20-10 run.
We've got a 6-point game here in the Cox Business Game of the Week. It's halftime festivities when Coach and I return.
Hey, you guys moving in?
Yeah.
I'll take you all day.
We're getting there, right?
But you're not really moved in until you got your internet, TV, and phone.
Cox is coming today, so.
Good luck waiting around. Had to wait all day for my phone company.
Well, Cox is guaranteed 2-hour service window.
That's what they say.
Yeah, they are. Right on time. Hey, nice to meet you.
Your soil's mostly clay.
Let Cox make moving easier. Stay connected with a 2-hour guaranteed service window and free pro install.
Soon, Cox will bring us internet that's 100 times more powerful. And we'll be able to do anything we imagine.
3D printed food. That's what I'm gonna do with GigaBlast.
Cox is unleashing GigaBlast Internet. How will you live the gig life?
Thanks for joining us here on the Cox Business Game of the Week. Viewpoint leads CREAN Lutheran 30-24 here at the half. Thanks so much for joining us. Our special guest is Anthony Kuo, the chairman of the Irvine Planning Commission. You're a local guy here out of Irvine. Talk about the explosive growth that's taken place in the city over the last couple of decades.
You know, when I grew up in Irvine, we had streets like Bronca that dead-ended into Jeffrey. And I remember people telling me, well, one day it'll go through. And I remember thinking, what will it go through to? Now we've got great shopping centers. CREAN Lutheran High School here is where there was nothing earlier. There were fields. So it's great to see development of new communities where people have homes, people can come home to after work, people can enjoy birthday parties and wonderful games like this. It's exciting.
Talk about your role on the City Planning Commission and what you do.
Well, the Planning Commission is a body at the city that we meet there, and we talk about buildings and we talk about development, and we work to make sure that traffic is moving throughout the city. We make sure that buildings look aesthetically nice here in Irvine. We like things to look good.
Well, what is it like being at a high school basketball game here in town?
I love coming to high school games because when we come to these games, it really embodies the spirit of Irvine, which is our youth that are excelling in academics, excelling in athletics, excelling in technology and innovation, and just doing wonderful things.
Anthony Kuo, of the chairman of the Irvine Planning Commission, thanks for joining us.
Happy to be here.
It's part of the Cox Business Halftime Show. When Coach and I return, we'll break down the first half numbers and highlights. Stay with us.
At Cox Business, we believe that when it comes to business, it has to be personal. Because when you're a family-owned and operated company that provides scalable solutions to over 350,000 businesses of all sizes and connects over 50 million calls every day, each backed by responsive 24/7 business class customer support, it has to be personal to keep it all moving forward.
The greatest thrills and excitement are awaiting you right in your own backyard. The CIF Southern Section and your SoCal Ford dealers encourage you to go to a game at your local high school. Unbelievable action is right in your community. You'll be amazed at what you've been missing. Supporting your local school has never been more fun. Go to a game this week.
Thanks for joining us here on the Cox Business Game of the Week. The CIF Southern Section Ford Basketball Championship Division 4A Semifinals. Viewpoint 30 and CREAN Lutheran 24. Thanks so much for joining us, Bill Kennedy, Mark Keller. Well, it was a great first quarter if you're a CREAN Lutheran fan, 14-10, but then Viewpoint really turned on the Jets on a 20-10 run, Coach, to take a 6-point halftime lead.
And Mark, they did it with defense. The turnovers they created, the fast break opportunities, no second chance points for CREAN. I think that was the turning point in the game, but I'd love to see CREAN go back to that up-tempo offense they started the game with.
Let's take a look at some first half highlights as put together by the Cox 3 crew here in the Cox Business Game of the Week. It started with a Kittleson outside jumper, feeling it early on. And then how about Arslanian? He was the guy who really had the offense churning. He scored all except 2 of their points in quarter number 1. Bagatorian scoring the other way for the Saints, and they were feeling it early on. Good ball movement. Arslanian making that baseline jumper, and he did a great job offensively in the first half. But attacking the basket and going Windex, Okparacha scoring 10 points on many of those type of plays, and then the only 2 by Juzang in the first half of play. Don't forget about the outside shooting of Max Bow that just beat the shot clock violation.
Tell you what, if you're J.J. Prince, you've got to feel pretty good with this lead, and your leading scorer's only gotten 2.
Patriots scoring down low. Your Cox Business halftime highlights: 42% for Viewpoint, 48% for CREAN Lutheran. Viewpoint not a single 3, 0 for 11, yet they still lead it pretty close from the foul line. CREAN Lutheran with 9 turnovers, plus 7 for Viewpoint off the boards, and those are your first half stats here on the Cox Business Game of the Week. It's second half action when we return.
With Cox high-speed internet, you get the fastest in-home Wi-Fi to power all your favorite devices and do the things you love online. And now, when you're traveling, you have free access to the nation's largest Wi-Fi network with over 200,000 hotspots, so you can stay connected in places such as New York City, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., Boston, and many more. Learn how with the Cox Discover More video series at cox.com/learn.
TV has always been about entertainment. With Contour, it's about your entertainment. As a Contour customer, you can get personalized show recommendations by creating individual user profiles on your TV or on your tablet. Once user profiles are set up, each user can enjoy a personalized TV experience with recommended shows, preferred guide settings, and more. Learn how with the Cox Discover More video series at cox.com/learn.
You're watching the Cox Business Game of the Week. Cox Business understands your business. They're local to the community, and they can offer customized and scalable solutions for all customers' telecommunication needs. They provide fast, reliable service and responsive 24/7 customer service. More than 350,000 people rely on Cox Business Solutions today. Just ask around. What sets them apart from the competition? Call 877-823-7210 or visit coxbusiness.com today. And we're 24 seconds in to the third quarter. At the free throw line, shooting a pair. First one is up and good by Taylor Knox. He's got one more coming up.
Taylor put on a move, little stutter dribble, and faked the pass and took it to the rack and was fouled. 32-24.
Yep, Cody Knox making a pair. The lead is 8, 7.5 minutes to go. Saints have to be careful right here, and there's a turnover.
That's 2 in the first 2 possessions for CREAN.
Yep. Nice pass down low. Okparacha scoring. He's got a dozen. He's scored so many easy baskets down low in this game. It's a 10-point lead at 34-24.
Okparacha scored on another amazing pass by Christian Juzang. What a complete player.
Agatorian shot, no good. One and done. Here comes Viewpoint out of Calabasas. They're feeling it right now. Jumper, bullseye. Arslanian, he's got a game-high 14. And the lead is 12 at 36-24. A quick 6-0 turnaround here early in the third quarter.
Josh Beatty has a really fine basketball team. Right now they're getting...
Agatorian shot is good. He's got 10, and we have a timeout call by head coach Josh Beatty. 6:34 to go. It's 36-26.
Just going to say Josh pulled the ball out and slowed everything down a little bit. I think he may run this tempo back up the flagpole again here.
Now, you don't want to miss our exclusive Cox Business Online post-game show. We'll recap each game with analysis and exciting game highlights. The post-game show will be available to view online by Saturday afternoon, and you don't want to miss it. Just go to Cox California YouTube channel. Also, this entire game will be available to watch on our Cox California YouTube channel beginning the Tuesday after the game. And DVDs of the game will be available to purchase on the Cox 3 website. Just go to cox3.com and click on Game of the Week. Well, Coach, CREAN Lutheran down by 10, one of their biggest challenges of the year. A team that's won 17 in a row and hasn't lost since January 30th when they fell to La Mirada 47-38.
You know, they're down by 10, but it's a very confident group. They've got a great shooter, Michael Bagatorian. They've got good perimeter players. They just need to get somebody hot and perhaps go back to that up-tempo offense.
Jumper on the way, in and out. Rebound cleared, good job. Here they come in transition. Kittleson to the hole. Count it. And a look to complete the three-point play for Brett. His first points of the night for the senior Scandinavian.
When that shot went up, the very first thing you saw was number 34 release Brett Kittleson and get down court for a great pass. And that might have been a time that Christian Juzang might not want to foul.
A 65% free throw shooter. He cans it and completes the three-point play. He scored as many as 22 in a game. That coming in a 4-point win on the road, Coach, at Foothill against Rusty Van Cleve. So the crowd has kind of come back to life a little bit. It's a 36-29 game. They're on a 5-0 run, erasing the 12-point deficit down to 7. Juzang. Off to Knox.
They're packing the zone in.
8 on the shot clock. Down low to Oparicha. Oparicha on the end line, and the ball goes to the Saints.
That's 2 turnovers in a row. The lead is down to 7. This possession is big for Crean.
Here they come with the basketball. Last year's team was 24-4, 10-2 in league, and got knocked out in the quarterfinals.
Turnover number 3.
Yep, a foul's gonna go against Sarosian. And that'll be team foul number 2 here with 5:35 to go in quarter number 3. And you know, I thought if they wanted a little more of an advantage tonight, they would have had the doors closed with no air coming in, AKA the old Boston Celtics.
That's right.
With the Boston Garden. Remember those finals against the Lakers where the air conditioning found a way to not work?
And the moisture on the court was impossible to deal with.
Quite evident. Floater. Offensive foul. No basket by Shayo Denloy. That's a big play right there, because that could have been a three-point play, but it gets erased.
J.J. Prince is going to take a timeout.
Great job by Evan Kittleson to step in, take the charge, and sacrifice the body for the good of the team. Be sure to stay connected by following Cox Communications on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Now, I know Twitter has become huge, and people love it. Do you have a Twitter account?
I do not.
Neither do I. But you can do Twitter to find out all about Cox Communications. I know when I do some of my announcing on Fox, they ask me before the game, Mark, what's your Twitter handle? I said, I don't have one. I've never tweeted.
You know
what?
Said,
that's okay.
I still write people notes.
And I know Mike Bokotsky, the head coach of Chapman, doesn't own a cell phone.
No,
so some of us enjoy that little bit of throwback.
I used to send smoke signals, but, you know.
The question is, where did it go? Did it ever make it to its destination?
Never. Windy day, you're out of luck.
Well, here we go. CREAN Lutheran with the basketball, trailing by 7. They have the ball. Let's see what Tim Gita can do. He's been very quiet. Just 3 points tonight. Kittleson off to Bagatorian. Wants to back in, looking for his shot. Turnaround, gonna be just short. Rebound is cleared by Denloy. Oh, beautiful no-look pass to Oparicha, but he blows the layup.
Great passing inside. They're going to blow a cripple every once in a while, but they keep putting on great perimeter defense.
Gita loses the handle. He's had some problems trying to dribble through traffic tonight, Coach.
That's 4 turnovers. And I think that's the thing that Josh Beatty would like to stop right at this point. They just get some offensive momentum.
Ooh, I'm not so sure
I'm not
about
so
that
sure
one.
either.
Yeah, I think that was a little gift for the visitors from Calabasas. Facing that 2-3 zone. Oparicha, they swing right side off to Denloy. Nice jump stop, but an air ball is put up by Juzang. Need a reset of the clock, which did not take place. Yep. Marcus is right in the truck there. They reset the shot clock when they should not have because the shot attempt was an air ball. Good pickup there by the officiating
Great job.
crew and by Mr. Marcus Williams in our production truck.
Marvin Brent, Lance Reed, Michael Cotton doing a great job tonight.
Down low, up and good, and Knox with the bucket.
You know, he's kind of the unsung hero. Cody Knox doing a great job with his time on the court.
He's got 7.
Look at him double team that low
Pregame.
post.
Open man is Gita. 3 ball, no good. Good battle there by Max Poe to find a way to keep that ball alive. The 5'5" freshman may be diminutive in size, but huge in heart.
Well, he went head-to-head with Cody Knox, who's 6'3" and 185 pounds, and is a senior. Senior versus a freshman. Good matchup. Great job by Max.
Yep. They got the fresh shot clock so they can run that offense. Scriven in the game. Number 13, Bo off to Bagatoria. Look in the back end. Gives a fake, goes up. Shot no good. Good defense there by Arslanian. And here comes Viewpoint. Stops, pops, will not drop. Who wants the rebound? Knox comes away with it and the fresh shot clock. They have done such a great job off the offensive glass, Coach, all night long. And if they win, that's got to be reason number 1.
Second chance points. If you kept track of them, they're ahead in second chance points by probably 12 or 14.
Juzang is blocked, and they call an offensive foul against number 21. And he can't believe the call.
If we have a replay, I want you to watch his left arm.
Trying to take advantage.
Yes. See if we have the replay. Watch his left arm. Kind of got an elbow to the chops, but it was actually his right elbow.
So 38-29, 9-point lead for the Patriots. The Saints looking to slice into that deficit. A little over 3 minutes to go here in the third. Good ball movement. Didn't have the shot. Wisely bring it back up top. Everyone has touched the ball. Gita's 3 off the mark. His shot's been off tonight. And the rebound cleared by Arslanian. They want to push.
You can hear J.J. Prince get up the floor, trying to push the tempo for the Patriots.
Yep. Juzang to the hole. The dish off to Oparicha. He's been making a living down there, Coach. He's got 14.
I'll tell you something they do very well is drive and dish. They're really always looking for the pass.
Viewpoint 40. CREAN Lutheran 29. 2:32 to go here in quarter number 3. The winner plays the next week's CIF championship game against the winner of Campbell against LaSalle. We'd like to thank our wonderful food provider, Cicero's Pizzeria in Lake Forest on the corner of Bake Parkway and Tribuco Road. Authentic and delicious tasting New York style Italian pizza, entrees, pasta dishes and sandwiches, along with a great atmosphere and service. Come on in or order online for fast local delivery at ciceroslakforest.com. Love that pepperoni pizza.
And we do, and the crew loves it.
Well, CREAN Lutheran's motto comes from Jeremiah 20:11. They said, "The Lord is with me like a mighty warrior," and they need that mighty warrior mentality, Coach, as they trail by 11.
Well, they've had tremendous support from this gym. It's there are only 8 rows of bleachers, but they're packed from top to bottom. And I salute the people from Calabasas that drove out in Friday afternoon traffic, and they've got their cheer squad here. This is awesome.
There's normally no seating behind one of the baskets. They brought them in especially for tonight, adding about 100 extra seats this evening. Bagatorian.
Look at him double team.
Yep. Gita's 3, no good. And they're going to keep giving him that shot, Coach, till he shows he can make it.
For a team that doesn't feature many tall guys, the Viewpoint Patriots really rebound well, and it's all position.
Yep. And it's about box out, and it's about desire,
Amen.
and these kids have that desire. Knox. Down too low to Oparicha. I think they'll get Guido with the foul before the shot. And it will be team foul number 3 with the personal going against Guido.
You know, for a guy that comes off the bench, Michael Oparicha has had himself a great, great night.
Yep. Inbound pass to Oparicha. Layup good.
Say his name, he comes through and makes a play.
He's got 16, and all his shots, coach, have been within inside 5 feet. 42-29. Kittleson. Off to Bagatorian. Turnaround jumper, no good. And they're going to have a foul called against Kittleson. They tried going Windex. They have not had much success, coach, on second chance opportunities.
No, the position of the Patriots on shot selection is terrific. You know, Dennis Rodman was a great rebounder because he watched the shot and he knew where it was going if it missed. These kids are in great position. They box out and they do a great job of getting every loose ball.
And the ball was kicked, and it's going to go to the Saints. And speaking of Dennis Rodman, his son is a freshman on the Corona Del Mar team. He's got dad's height as a freshman, already 6'3", and he is a good rebounder and has a nice shooting touch.
I wonder where that comes from. Randy White and Mike Jones check back in for the Viewpoint Patriots.
So if you're CREAN Lutheran, what do you need to do to creep back into this game? Because you kind of get the feeling this one is getting away from the Saints.
Somebody has to score besides Michael Bagatorian. They're double teaming him. They play good pressure man-to-man, but when the ball goes into Bagatorian, they double team him immediately. It's got to be pick and pop. Somebody's got to pop the ball out and drop something from the perimeter to get back in this game.
Well, in the first quarter, Evan Kittleson had 5 points, and he hasn't scored since. And he's a guy who in one game this year made 13 threes in a game. Try and find him. Bagatorian, Kittleson, 3. Won't get the roll. Offensive blast. Yes, Kittleson follows up his own shot. He has 7. It's an 11-point game.
Evan at 6'4" with a great follow-up. That shot missed, but he never gave up on it and got the rebound and put it back.
Right now they're in that zone, and Viewpoint tonight has not made a single three-pointer, so that's not a bad idea. They swing right side.
Watch what Juzang does. He'll penetrate against that zone.
Pull-up jumper is good. He's got 4. Nice air time on that jumper.
He's got
like he was hanging for a while.
He's got a great jump stop, doesn't he? And again, the guy who has impressed me all night long, mostly with his hustle on defense, Chayo Denloy. Number 11 for the Patriots, just done a great job. He'll play some post defense in this matchup.
Bagatorian with the basketball up top. Takes it to the basket. Shot no good, but he draws the foul from Mike Jones, and he will be at the line shooting a pair. I mean, Bagatorian, he has been so consistent this year. Scored as many as 33 in a game against Whitney, and he makes the first of 2 and gets his 3rd point of this 3rd quarter and has 11 on the evening. In their overtime victory against Whittier Christian, he had 24. He has been hot for them. He makes a pair. He's got 12. They're down by 11.
Not insurmountable by any means.
They're going with some full court pressure defense, which I didn't think they were going to do tonight because of this guard-oriented team, but I think they try to mix it up a little bit.
That's why you don't do it.
Yep. Baskets up and good by Kern, his first 2, and that's how we end the 3rd quarter of play. Viewpoint 46, CREAN Lutheran 33. It's 4th quarter action when Coach and I return.
At Cox Business, we believe that when it comes to business, it has to be personal. Because when you're a family-owned and operated company that provides scalable solutions to over 350,000 businesses of all sizes and connects over 50 million calls every day, each backed by responsive 24/7 business class customer support, it has to be personal to keep it all moving forward.
Cox high-speed internet connects you to the people and things that matter most. And there are things you can do to ensure you get the most out of your internet connection. Whether it's choosing the right speed option to power all your devices, choosing the optimal equipment, or correctly setting up your in-home Wi-Fi network, let Cox help you get the speed and support you need to do the things you love. Learn how with the Cox Discover More video series at cox.com/learn.
You're watching the Cox Business Game of the Week. Cox Business understands your business. They're local to the community. They offer customized and scalable solutions for all their customers' telecommunication needs. They provide fast, reliable, and responsive 24/7 customer service. More than 350,000 businesses rely on Cox Business Solutions today. Ask around and learn what sets them apart from the competition. Call 877-823-7210 or visit coxbusiness.com today. 8 minutes remains. One of these two punches their ticket to next week's 4A championship game.
And that is the thrill of every kid that plays any sport in Southern California, to be a CIF Southern Section champion.
As Laney and Oparacha have combined to score 30 points for this ball club tonight. Open three, it's gonna be off the mark, but the rebound by Kern. He travels. Little Bacacion there, but you have to love the hustle of number 44, Matt Kern, their 6'4" sophomore. Was able to spell and give Oparacha a rest for a moment. What a game, though, by the 6'3" junior.
He's had a marvelous night, and I like what J.J. Prince does. He's rotating in 10 guys.
To the basket, yes! They need a whole lot more of that from Bagatorian if they're gonna have a chance to punch their ticket. So 14 points for Bagatorian. They come right back the other way. Jumper on the way, three-pointer in and out. Foul down low. It's going to be team foul number 5 against the Saints.
Not a shooting foul. You know how impressive we said Chino Hills was, Mark, and with the Ball brothers? Halftime score was Chino Hills 55, Mater Dei 15. That was the halftime score in 55-15. Chino Hills over Mater Dei. And you can count on
what was the score?
55-15.
Of tonight's game.
Of tonight's game at halftime.
Wow. Ball knocked out of bounds.
You know, great teams pop up all over Southern California. Mater Dei has been a constant. They've been great forever. But this Chino Hills group, great coaching.
Well, right now they're ranked number 1 in America.
Number 1 in the nation.
Yep.
That means Mater Dei played number 1 and number 2, Oak Hill Academy.
Yep. And they'll end up saying they lost to both. Not often you can say that about a Gary McKnight team.
Say what, no shame in that. Those are two great teams.
Bagatorian backing his way in, turnaround, no good. The problem is when they do that, no one's hitting the offensive glass.
Nobody else.
No second chance opportunities. It's a 13-point lead for Viewpoint.
J.J. Prince is exhorting his guys to make the extra pass now, grind the clock a little bit.
The pass down low, almost a turnover, and it's saved. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Jumper, yes! Arslanian.
He's been there every time they've needed him.
He and Oparacha have combined for 32 of their 50 points. And if you would have said that their leading scorer, Juzang, would only have 4 and they'd be up by 15, I'd say no way. He's got the basketball. Nice dish off down low. Shot on the way is good by Knox. He's got 9, and this one's getting away. They're up by 17. They just seem to be one step ahead of the Saints, Coach, throughout the night.
Well, I'll tell you what, you get to the finals last year, you're in the semis right now. This is a team that knows how to play together. They play stifling defense. They love to rebound, and they love to pass the ball.
a learning lesson for CREAN Lutheran tonight. Cox Home Life offers complete home security and automation backed by 24/7 professional monitoring. Get professional and customized home monitoring with a free starter equipment bundle and save on your home insurance bill. Essential packages start at only $29.99. Visit a Cox Solutions store to experience a demonstration or schedule a free in-home consultation by calling 855-372-4420 or visit cox.com/homelife today. Down by 17. You know, how often do we see the first time a team kind of gets to being on the verge of that precipice, a lot of times they fall short, and when they come back the next time, they're victorious. A year ago, it was Viewpoint losing in the semis. This year, it appears to be CREAN Lutheran.
Well, Viewpoint has impressed me with their tenacity because CREAN jumped out at the start. They really look terrific. You weather the storm, and then you get into your game. And their game is run, pass, rebound, pass again.
Let's see what they can do out of the timeout here.
They play really good man-to-man defense.
Kittleson to Bow, open three, bullseye! He's taken 2 threes, he's made 2 threes. He has 6, it's a 14-point game. Little half-court trap, easily broken. And Viewpoint into their half-court set.
You know, Max Bow has become that other option.
Yep. Problem is they haven't had enough of those options tonight.
Look at the ball movement.
Juzang, nice crossover into the teeth of the zone. Swing right side, jumper, bullseye, Denloy. That's a 3, and coach, that's his first points of the night. 3 the other way, bullseye, Bagaturian. He has 17. It's a 14-point game.
Got to get a stop now if you're
Denloy, 3 off the mark. Rebound, Bagaturian able to throw it off of Oparicha, and it will go to the Saints. Kittleson back into the game, along with Sorosian, and they'll spell Kittleson and Scriven. 4:26 here in the ballgame, Coach.
Got to come back and attack right now. You've got 4:22 left. You're down by 14.
Oh, Guido with a bad pass, coming away with it. Oparicha dishes off down low. Shot no good. Who wants the rebound? Guida comes away with it. Guida off to Sorosian. Bow's 3. That one will be short. Who's it off of? CREAN Lutheran will keep it. It seems like, Coach, when Max Bow is out there, good things happen for this St. Paul club.
Well, the cool thing is they're looking for him now off the perimeter. And Max, again, a 5'5" freshman. Big future ahead for that young man.
Bagaturian stripped to the basketball. Arslanian, nice job, but then loses the handle the other way. Exchange of turnovers with 3:55 to go.
Boy, J.J. Prince right now a little upset with his guys for being so sloppy with the ball.
Timeout called by the Patriots. They lead 55-41 with 3:55 to go in the ball game. Coach, what has come forward to you as you've watched this one tonight?
Turnovers for the most part for CREAN right now, and you've got to credit the Patriot defense. They play great man-to-man. They help. It just seems like every missed shot has been rebounded by the Patriots. They've done an outstanding job on the glass, and they've done the same kind of job on the offensive boards for second chance points. The part about their offense that I see fascinating, Christian Juzang will be at the point with the ball. CREAN will be in the zone. Juzang will penetrate, draw the double team, make the pass, either inside or outside, and everybody goes to the glass for the shot.
As we take a look at Josh Beatty's team, his assistant is Josh Zunker. Had a chance to speak with him earlier in the year. He's been a substitute teacher, Spanish and science, will become full-time on the teaching staff in the spring. Their JV head coach, a young man, you'll remember that name, Landon Plummer. You remember him? Played at San Clemente and played over at Vanguard. And now in his first year as the JV head coach here on the same campus. 3:55 to go in a 14-point game. Can the Saints pull off a miraculous comeback here against the number 1 seed, the Patriots of Viewpoint? Kittleson, 3, in and out. Bagatorian rebound, he gets fouled. Non-shooting variety, team foul number 5.
You know, you've got to give it to both coaches, Josh Beatty and J.J. Prince. The discipline by both of these teams is reminiscent of the great teams we get a chance to see year in and year out. And discipline on this level is probably the most important thing.
Bagatorian. Right side 3-point circle, up top to Bow. Left side, Sarosian. Kittleson with the ball. Off to Bagatorian. Bagatorian's 3, gonna be off the mark. Kittleson rebound, the fresh shot clock. Starting to play now with some sense of urgency. However, the ball is picked by Dinloy. Layup good. He's got 5, the lead is 16.
That is breakaway
Kittleson,
speed.
3, no good.
Chayo Denloy has sprinter speed, and he showed it right there on that breakaway.
Yep, with 3:05 to go, looks as though this one is getting away. Ryan Pyro into the game for the first time tonight. And Tim Gita back into the contest. They'll spell Kittleson as well as Sarosian and Scriven back into the contest. So 3:05 to go. I was waiting for the Kittleson Express to kind of happen, but after the first quarter, it seemed like it got grounded. I'll tell you what, Juzang, even though he hasn't scored, Coach, what a great job he's done of running their half-court offense.
Well, that's an intelligent basketball player. He may not have had a great shooting night, but that doesn't mean he can't contribute on offense and defense. He runs the offense.
That he does. Stripped of the basketball. Transition, Scriven with it. Off to Pyro, off to Scriven. Gita, off to Kittleson. Doesn't have it, good defense by the Saints. Bagatorian, bullseye! Boy, this kid can just flat out shoot the rock. He's got a team-high 20. It's 57-44.
Remember, Michael's just a junior. He's going to get bigger, going to gain weight, and he's got a marvelous feel for the game.
That is true indeed, Coach. And also Gita back next year as well. He's also a junior. Along the base. Nice feed down low. Layup good by Oparicha. He has 18. It's a 15-point lead. 3-ball by Scriven. He's fouled. He lands hard, but he'll be at the free throw line shooting 3. Juzang with the personal. And the home court crowd here not liking the aggressive play of Juzang.
Tell you what, I just think it's a hustle play.
I agree.
Nothing dirty about it. That's going to happen. Basketball, like football, is a collision sport.
Scriven makes the first of 3, and that is his first point of the evening, Coach. Scriven on the year, 60% free throw shooter, 5.6 points per game. This is the second. He's got one more coming up. Bagatorian going to check out with 1:51 to go. Max Bow into the game. Scriven, yes, has a pair. 59-46, 1:51 to go. So taking out Bagatorian, is that kind of throwing up the red flag, Coach?
Well, maybe, but I'd love to see.
Ooh, over and back, and they didn't call it. Got away with the turnover. That was a gift late in the game for the Patriots, Coach. And now the foul, 7th-team foul. So the Patriots will be shooting 1-on-1.
Michael Bagatorian coming right back in. He's replacing number 13, Thomas Scriven.
And we should also mention about a minute ago, Armin Sarosian fouled out of the game for the Saints. Juzang at the free throw line misses the front end. So they'll get the ball back. 59-46, 90 seconds to go. You gotta make threes and you gotta make them quickly. Bagatorian along the base, stripped of the ball. And are they keeping it, or is that a turnover?
That's a turnover.
Oh, wow,
and
big play defensively.
In this second half, that is 7.
Right now, if you're the Saints, you've got to play with urgency, need the turnover. Nope, the
They
Saints will keep the ball, and we have a timeout on the court with 1:24 to go. Viewpoint 59, CREAN Lutheran 46. It's the CIF Southern Section Ford Basketball Championships, Division 4A semifinals here on the Cox Business Game of the Week. Now, you don't want to miss our exclusive Cox Business Online post-game show, Coach, because you know we're going to recap the game with analysis and game highlights, and the post-game show will be available to view online by Saturday afternoon, and you don't want to miss it. Just go to the Cox California YouTube channel. Also, this entire game will be available to watch on our Cox California YouTube channel beginning the Tuesday after the game, as well as DVDs of this game will be available to purchase on the Cox 3 website. Just go to cox3.com and click on Game of the Week.
Game of the Week.
Yep, there's the Saint mascot. Unfortunately, hasn't had more to cheer about here tonight. Bagatorian off the inbounds pass to the basket. Shot no good. Rebound cleared, and at this point, they're just going to try and dribble out. Bagatorian with the personal. And so free throws will be coming up here for number 15, Aram Arslanian. What an outstanding performance by the 6'3 senior tonight. Scriven into the game. He'll replace Ryan Pyro.
You know, for both of these coaches, for J.J. Prince, a chance now to go on and win a CIF championship. For Josh Beatty, what a phenomenal job he did with this team. He's got some big guns coming back for next year, and you can expect them to be right back in the same spot. And to all the people that drove here from Calabasas, thanks for making it a special night. The CREAN folks showed up in mass also, and the first time we've had them on TV in basketball.
Arslanian with 18 points, made a pair of free throws, 87% free throw shooter. Kittleson in for Max Bow. 1:11 to go, and I love there's no quitting Josh Beatty with just 71 seconds in this game. Juzang breaks the pressure, wisely brings it back up top. They're just going to take time off that clock. Needs to be an urgency to foul and try and stop the clock. And they're just kind of letting them dribble things out here, Coach.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've tried to foul him 3 times.
Yep. 61-46, so the only question is, will Viewpoint take on fellow league member Campbell Hall, or will it be LaSalle?
You know, if it is Campbell Hall, does that tell you much about the Gold Coast League?
It's an awfully tough one. 3-pointer, bullseye, Bagatorian. 61-49. 23 points, 11 have come here in the fourth. The other way, layup good by Okaracha. He's got 20, 63-49. Scriven 3, bullseye.
Somebody's going to have to be awfully quick to beat this Viewpoint team with a press. They're that good.
They're going to dribble things out, and your final score, Viewpoint 63, CREAN Lutheran 52. With the victory, the Patriots are 25-6. With the loss, the Saints finish up 25-5.
You know, a fantastic year, as we said, for Josh Beatty and the CREAN Lutheran Saints. Great sportsmanship at the end of this game. Matter of fact, great sportsmanship the entire game. 2 teams that played their hearts out. I'll tell you what, I'm so impressed with this Viewpoint Patriot team. The way they hustle on defense, the way they pass the ball, they break the press. It's the team that can win it all.
Unofficially, Okaracha with 20. Arslanian had 18 for Viewpoint. On the flip end for CREAN Lutheran, they were led by Michael Bagatarian's 23 points. So the 4A finals will be featuring the Viewpoint Patriots. They were there a year ago and lost, Coach. They're hoping to rewrite a chapter in their history with a victory next week.
I like their chances. I think that J.J. Prince, his entire coaching staff, the administration, those are people that believe in this program. And I'll tell you what, they certainly supported them driving down. You ever drive the 405 at 4 o'clock on a Friday?
Way too often coming south from Costa Mesa. Well, that's going to wrap it up, our broadcast and our season here in the Cox Business Game of the Week. Your final score, Viewpoint 63, CREAN Lutheran 52. For Marcus Williams, Sarah Breckbill, and my broadcast partner, the legendary Coach Phil Kennedy, I'm Mark Heller saying so long from CREAN Lutheran High. You've been watching the 4A semifinals on the Cox Business Game of the Week. Till next time, so long and good night.